What up, you sexy vertebrates? It is me, the Wild West Gamer, here on the Wild West Gamer. Oh yeah, we are back to the Gamerjings. Today, no reviews, no previews. Not that I do previews. Previews? No, I don't do previews. No one does previews. I've just made up a word. It sounds French. Maybe I am French. Who knows? Anyway, off of tangent. Today, got two things to talk to you about. But I'll do those different videos, because the first one I want to talk to you about is Battlefield 4. I didn't do a video when it first got announced. Why? Because I didn't really give a shit, to be quite honest with you, because it's Battlefield. Battlefield annoys me as much as Call of Duty, because it's the same generic first-person shooter-based bullshit we've had in the past. But I changed my mind because, well, I needed to, because it is quite significant to talk about it. Why? Well, apart from the fact that, yes, the gameplay footage they showed, the 14-minute trailer for Battlefield 4, was on the PC. I'm imagining a high-end PC. Well, yeah, it must have been by the way it looked. It also represents something quite interesting about, well, but really, what console that game is for, and blatantly is for the next gen ones, isn't it? There is no denying that. If it is for the current gen, wow, I imagine that's going to be another sort of download package that graphics package you're going to have to download for the consoles to really ramp up the graphics. But I'm going to be surprised if it's going to be looking anywhere near that. I could be wrong. Crysis 3 does look very, very good on some of the consoles. Battlefield 3 looked very, very good on the consoles. And I can tell you now, a lot of PlayStation 3 stuff looks very, very good anyway. So maybe it will look nearly that good. But wow, right? Wow. Regardless of whether you have a PC or whether you're going to get, one of the two next generation consoles, just fuck. Right? Just fucking hell. Seriously, gaming has just gone straight through the roof. That was a really pissy whistle then. That was meant to be like, woo! Like that. I should have done that. Let's go back. Let's do that again. Woo! See? That's how good those graphics were. Seriously. Like a really prissy man doing woo in his house. That's how good they were. I didn't know. That let me down as well. What happened to me? You used to be cool. You are not you. You are me. No shit. I don't know what happened. I just have tangents at the moment. Man, I'm like tangent central at the moment. Seriously. If my mind could stay on one thing for like 5 minutes, that would be great. Seriously, that would be great. So yeah, wow, and a lot of Facebook memes as well, apparently. So yeah, that's lovely. Basically, though, going back to what I was saying, just hell, man. Seriously, games are just... It's really exciting. Really, really exciting. As a gamer, to see what we are going to be playing in the next year or so is so exciting. I can't wait. I really cannot wait. I'm really hoping I win the lottery, actually, so I can pick up the new next-gen consoles. And I would seriously actually give it... I'd probably give it... Well, I'd want to review the brand new... like the starter games, the launch titles, just so I could, just so I could be one of the ones to, do a review on them. But part of me says leave it a while, let the water sort of settle, see who's really bringing out the best, who the public opinion is really starting to, move towards, and go for that. I think I'm probably going to go with the PlayStation 4 if I'm honest. But the 720 is still to be announced. Officially, given its reveal. So I'll hold my breath. I'm not going to rush too soon to go, and I'm going to be a PS4 man. We'll see what happens. But Battlefield will be something that's going to be cross console. It'll be, PC as well. And it looks fantastic. And it's not just what it looks like, but it's what it's doing. And the key thing is personality in your AI partners. Actual real emotion, real character development. I mean, just through facial animation. It's fantastic. Now, I don't remember any of the names of the characters, but I really, the voice work was fantastic as well, because that really helped. But I really felt like I was with human beings running through a map. I really felt like I was looking at, genuine companions, in the theatre of war. Seriously did. Now you can say, but there was 14 minutes of gameplay, man, and a lot of it was explosions. How can you tell? From the little bits. Yeah, and that's what's important, the little bits, because the little bits will be what punctuate between the big ups, the ups and downs of action. Yeah, that's when you're going to get, the moments of sort of subtle character development, and it really shone through. Some of the faces they pulled, if someone said something they perhaps didn't agree, the way, their body language, the way they did that, you could see genuine emotion conveyed through their faces. And that was great. That was fantastic. I'm so tired of trying to, guess the sort of emotional tone of war games. I'm tired of it. It pisses me off. I want a game that makes me care on an emotional level, not just on a visceral level. I don't want to just be going, yeah, guns, guns, guns. I want to care. Far Cry 3 is doing it for me at the moment. I'm going to have a review of that, I promise. But it's doing it for me because it is making me care. There was fantastic voice work in that and fantastic facial animation as well as full body animation. Fantastic. So, and that game is a proof that first-person shooters need to up what they're doing, because that is the future. And if it's not, then someone done fucked up. Because seriously, fantastic game. But like I say, back to Battlefield 4, what we saw looked fantastic. And you really, like I say, great. Finally, we're getting some real diversity and some creativity and innovation, in what we're playing with. Now, 14 minutes isn't nearly enough to make an overall assumption of what we may be getting. So I can't give you any sort of idea of how long the story's going to be. I can't give you any idea of whether or not that's just a genuinely small exception to an overall abysmal game. But if it can keep the tension and the action cranked up that high, but deliver, because in the trailer it does give you, I'm not going to spoil it for you, there's no point, you can check out yourselves, but it does have a very, very sort of heavy, well, a few heavy scenes in it, actually, 2 I can think of. Then if it can do that, but throughout the game really punctuate the action with some deep, sort of meaningful, thoughtful character driven set pieces, that would be fantastic, would be so good, and it would, in my opinion, certainly set it ahead of Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty in the last Modern Warfare, because I haven't played Black Ops, I'm not, like, doesn't interest me. I'm not being funny. Call of Duty, I played Call of Duty when I was in college. It was fun, but fucking hell, there's people who spend all of their gaming lives playing it. Just fucking mix it up, guys. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with liking Call of Duty. There is certainly something wrong to be said about the way that they keep copying and pasting, and that needs to be seriously looked at, because it will cause the death of gaming if they're not careful. They need to innovate. They need to mix things up a bit. But yeah, sorry, I lost where I was then. But yeah, I didn't play Black Ops, but Modern Warfare 3. Now, it did try to do a couple emotional bits with Soap and Mac or whatever his name. I can't even remember his name. See, this is the thing, the characters just don't stick with you. But if Battlefield does it better, I will go with Battlefield all the way. And I think Battlefield is really, really driving it home, trying to snatch that king of the first-person shooter away from Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty needs to up its game. It needs to return fire with because I think, seriously, when that trailer came out, I think the boys at Activision went, fuck, like, seriously, and they probably went to the guys and went, have you seen this? And they were like, no. And they was like, yeah, check this out. And they watched it and they were like, fuck. And then it quickly went around the office at Activision, and the general consensus was, fuck. Seriously, people are, really starting to look at Battlefield and going, there is an alternative to Call of Duty. Now, that's been going around since, the whole Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3 sort of rivalry. That was both, blatantly on the shelves, as well as, between the two development teams. But and you can find that all on the internet. I'm not going to go into that because I haven't got the time to. But needless to say, developers were mouthing off against each other. It all got a little bit sort of prissy, sort of schoolyard handbags at dawn sort of not really that exciting, but it was kind of cool to see them go off against one another. But yeah, if Call of Duty needs to come back with something really big, really, really big. Now, what should they do? What would be really nice? Sandbox, yeah, like a sandbox, or at least a very open first-person shooter. Get rid of the shooting gallery levels. Get rid of the super linearness of the game. Let me go where I want. Yeah? Keep driving me forward. Yeah, I'm not saying give me the Far Cry 3 world. I don't want Rook Island. I don't want Africa. I don't want anything like that. What I want though is to feel like I am in a battlefield. Excuse the slight pun. I want to feel like I'm in a war zone. Give me the option to go left, go right, go centre, but make them drastically different. Or perhaps give me the option to quickly change between routes. Yeah? Give me the ability to do objectives how I want. I mean, Christ, fuck, that would be an idea. Why not go for it? Give each level an completely open world idea, yeah? You play, certain missions would be great. You could have stealthy missions, stealthy missions, like infiltration missions, stuff like that. Or, even bigger than that, you could full on warfare missions, yeah? Well, yeah, the game is still creating set pieces. When you go into certain zones, it triggers stuff like that can still happen in this big old Call of Duty way, but you imagine it. You storm up to this, this city that you're attacking. Full-on task forces, behind you. You are leading this full-on charge between two great nations, and it says to you, right, you've hit the beach. Go complete the objectives. We're not going to tell you how to do it. Just do it. When you trigger cutscenes, you trigger cutscenes. The environment's fully destructible. Blow yourself away. That would be awesome, and if multiplayer, followed that sort of idea, that would be even better. Seriously, these games need to up their game. Battlefield 4 has fired the first shot. I'm not overly impressed yet with, just what I've seen, because I don't believe that any of that is probably going to be in the final product. I'm sorry, but I've been burnt in the last couple of months by a lot of really respected developers, so I'm not going to go, oh, well, that's blatantly what it's going to look like. If it does, though, and if it keeps that throughout the campaign, and it keeps those emotional high points and low points, then that will be amazing. It will be fantastic. So, the challenge I give to both the Battlefield and Call of Duty, reinvent the first-person shooter. Reinvent it. Take it back to the drawing boards, break it down to its bare minimum, and redo it. Make it something new, something interesting, yeah? And give us, for the next generation of consoles, the genre that we are all going to want to play. Because seriously, if you think for the next 10 years I'm going to be playing the same shit that I've been playing for the previous 10 years, you are fucking mistaken. Seriously. EA, Activision, go home. Go home. We aren't going to do it forever, guys. Seriously. Far Cry 3. Now, I'll go back to Far Cry 3, sorry. But Far Cry 3... not only does it give me a massive single-player experience, which is completely open world, yeah? Not only does it do that, with so much content in it, it's ridiculous. It gives me co-op, where I get extra missions to do with friends online. It also gives me a fully developed and realised multiplayer segment. It gives me a massive full package, which, that's right, I just said I like a massive full package. So anyway, wow, I'm setting this up for a fall, aren't I? But yeah, the game gives you so much. I would have paid, I didn't because I didn't want to, I always like to try and get a bargain, but I would have paid full retail price for that game because it deserved it. Seriously. Had it not been on special promotion, had it not been that my wife very kindly donated some of her nectar points towards getting it for me, I would have gone all out for it, seriously, because it deserves it. There is so much content in that game. It is fantastic. Call of Duty games, Battlefield games, 5-hour campaign, maybe 6 if you go on hard, then the rest of it's multiplayer. No, that is bad. People still remember the roots of your games, and they still remember they used to have epic single player games. Do not tell me that people do not want it anymore, because they do. Don't dare go and do what Capcom did and saying that, like survival horror is dead or stuff like that. Don't dare trying to say that single player campaign and first person shooters is dead, because it fucking isn't. Alright? Simple as. It ain't. That's horseshit, bullshit. It's all shit. Yeah? You're wrong. Bring back in-depth, long, meaningful, character-driven, fantastic single-player campaigns, and we will thank you for it. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my impressions of the Battlefield 4 teaser video that he brought up. Apart from, like I say, it's really what you came to expect. Apart from the graphics looking great, it was just a load of explosions and shooting. Guns don't look any different than they normally do. The guns still sound that's it. There's nothing overly fun about it. Lighting's nice, sounds nice. Like I said, graphics are nice, but it's the immersion. If I feel like I'm immersed in the game, if I feel like I'm really there in the moment, I'll lap up anything. Yeah, as long as they can keep me entertained. So that was the Battlefield 4 trailer. Can't give you any more than that because I didn't play it. Can't give you any more than that because I didn't get it. I wasn't able to. I didn't actually. Nothing else was shown. Sorry. That was it. 14 minutes of gameplay footage. Check it out. Those are my opinions, but that's what I think where the games should go. Yeah. Okie dokie. Are we all clear on there? So thanks guys for watching. Like I've already said today, thank you very much for all your support with the channel. It really means a lot. Please keep on watching the videos, keep supporting. Nearly at 200 video views. I don't remember when I started the channel, but if 200 views is under in a month, considering I've not really promoted this, super loads on anywhere really. Wow. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. You guys are what's making this possible, and you are the reason why I keep coming back and doing them. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cat, tell your dog, tell your hamster. That's silly. Hamsters can't use computers. But yeah, tell everyone you know. Please tell them to come and check out the WildWestGamer, to subscribe and get involved. And yeah, I will see you next time on the WildWestGamer. Yeah. Auf Wiedersehen. See you later, guys. Bye.